Hey YouTube, it's DrunkMonk74 here, and I am just bringing you a quick video on what I believe to be a really good setup for heavy gunner class. It's my favourite setup, my favourite weapon, and it happens to be the H&K MG4. I just picked the SASR version. I believe there are other versions there, but I just picked this one. So for me, I've got to set up for agility, and I'll explain all that later. So I start with the red dot sight. You could have the iron sights, help your agility even a bit more, but I'm still getting used to the mechanics of the gun, how it reacts and how it acts under fire, so I've stuck with the red dot just to help me out a little bit with that. The barrel, I've just gone for the standard barrel, not the heavy barrel or the light barrel, just the standard barrel, because I still want a little bit of effective range, like mid-range, but I'm going to use other stuff for help me in close quarters. So, and the heavy barrel just seems to increase the recoil quite a bit, so I stuck with that. So these are the two main ones for me anyway. The receiver group first off, I have taken off the stock, so I've got no stock, set it up for close quarters, and that seems to allow me to scope really quick. And the next one is the magazine. When I started playing with this gun, I naturally thought, yeah, got a 150 round box mag here, why wouldn't I use it? But then I noticed the difference the 100 round pouch made, and to the agility according to the stats there, and I've slung it on, and I have to say it does make a difference, especially with scoping up, and seems to also reduce recoil. So the paint job I ain't worried about. I just put it there so you can see what the gun looks like. Fairly ugly, I know. Now the reason I was showing you this is because I believe for heavy gunner, more so than probably any other class, it's all about setting the gun up for your playstyle. And my playstyle is it's probably what people call ants in your pants playstyle, because I do not sit still for very long. I don't like the idea of the support stance and being camped somewhere. It's not something that interests me enough, keep me interested in the game. I like to move around. I like to stay with my fire team buddy or the rest of my team, and I like to find engagements and get engaged. That's what I play these games for, is to actually, shoot people at the end of the day. I don't want to just have to wait for people to come to me. I like to go and find people. So for me, agility is very important, but at the same time, my preferred engagement range is probably about mid-range. So with that sort of setup in mind, or that play style in mind, that's why I've set my gun up as I've set it up, and I found it to be quite effective. And the reason I've picked this particular gameplay here is because I think it shows how well it can work in close quarters and how well it can work at sort of mid-range. So that in essence is my playstyle. I think this gun set up like this suits me down to the ground. So right here you can see, like, up close, personal, in your face, and it seems to hold its own. In a second you're about to see what it's like at sort of a little bit longer range, mid-range possibly. That's what I'd class as mid-range. I don't like engaging people much further than what I'm about to. And if you can get that right, and the thing is, like, this is an important thing. If you set your gun up as I'm about to set it up, don't expect to be effective at long range if you don't have your support stance in place. It won't be that effective. So right here, right now, just behind North Flag, you're about to see that to me is mid-range, and as you can see, it's fairly efficient, fairly good at getting those headshots. Again, in a second you're about to see, it can be, if you can control that burst fire, if you can get that burst fire under control and control the recoil with it, you can be fairly accurate. So right here you can see, I just about to see the top of the guy's head, a couple of bursts, and he's down. That right there is why I need the agility, because I have a tendency to rush out of my cover without checking. At the last minute I'll hear a noise, or someone might start firing, and they might be a bit unlucky, just miss me with a couple, and all of a sudden I've got to spin round. That's why I have it set up like that. Doesn't mean it's not effective at taking down multiple targets. Another reason I picked this particular gameplay here. Right here you can see it is effective as anything at taking care of multiple targets with a little bit of range and a little bit of controlled fire. The only thing I would say is aim high If you can't control the recoil, just aim a little bit low, burst fire, the recoil will take the gun up and your bullets will start hitting them in the head. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the gun, the weapon and the class. That's me, I'm done, I'm out of here, I'll catch you next time. Cheers.